Hello and welcome to Judging the Australian Hair Fashion Awards. This is a video just to walk you through the steps because visually it makes it a lot easier. So you'll see something like this page where you pop your email in. Make sure you use the email that I've been emailing you on. It is the only one assigned to your categories. And if this is your first time or you've forgotten your password, just do a password reset so you can set your own password. All right, let's get going. Okay, so once you've logged in, what you will see is your judging dashboard that'll look a little like this, and only the categories that we've assigned to you will be shown here. So I've got all the categories. You will have far less, just a handful or less. So whatever we've sent to you in the email as your categories, just check that you can see them all here. So let's go into one as you would. So I'm going into Global Hairdresser of the Year by hitting Start. And what you'll first see is the confidentiality agreement. So just read that and then print your name and agree to going forward with that. And something just to keep in mind here is you'll have to do this quickly just for each category that's assigned to you. So once you've put your name in, don't worry if it comes up again. You'll see to the left that that's for one of your other categories and it'll roll through them till you're finished. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you Global Hairdresser of the Year. So this type of scoring and the vision you're going to see applies to creative category judging, which is by ranking rather than scoring a number, like say something out of 10 or something out of 20. So you will have all your entries down the side here, and you can just click on one of those to go into the entry. So let's just pick one for now. So you can choose your ranking. You will not necessarily be ranking every entry, but you'll know how many you have to rank. So in this case, there's 15 that you need to rank, and you need to choose an entrant for all rankings. So if this was your number one, your top pick, then you would put a 1 there. You can also, when you go back to your main screen, see that that's your 1, and you can choose your number 2 here. And once you've finished, you can come here and choose move things around. So you'll see in this vision, if you hover over it, this number 1 on the left is your top pick, so that's your favorite. And then the very last one is also a number 1, but you hover on it and you can see that's your bottom pick. So that's as hard as it gets in terms of scoring creative categories. So let's just go back. So once you finish an entire category and you've ranked all of them that are required in that one, and again, you'll know how many once you go in, you can see your ranking 15 here. Once you do every single entrant, that's that category done. And then you can go from here to another category, or you can just reverse back to where all your judging assignments are. So that's pretty much how you do creative categories. Now there's one thing I want to show you that's really important other than ranking, which is obviously the most important. Let's go back to that first entry. When you scroll down to the bottom of that entry, there'll be a box where you can comment. And we really encourage you and ask you to please leave just a very short comment, whether it's something that they could improve, something positive, something constructive. We suggest something that they did well and something constructive that they could improve. When the judging officially opens on the 1st of January, where it says this will be the common judges feedback field here, you will see we're going to place some comment feedback sentences that we know over the years judges use time and time again. So if you're short on time, you'll be able to cut and paste something from here if any of those apply to save you time. Otherwise, you're free to text in here. And then you can also go to the next entry by pressing next. So that's super important to please leave a very short comment that helps the entrant understand where they could grow, where they did well. This is probably the most invaluable thing you can do for an entrant. Okay, so I'm going to pop into the business category judging by pressing start, and you'll see every time you come to new judging, you'll be asked to accept the terms of the confidentiality agreement. And you'll be asked to do this each time you change category types. So don't worry if you get asked to do it again. So you'll see here the business categories that are assigned to you. I've got all of the product categories as well, but that's because I have every category. So let's just go into Educator of the Year, and you'll see all the educators here. So all you have to do is click on a name or the number of the entry, and you'll be able to see everything to do with the entry. Once you scroll down, each entry has a number of questions, so you will be able to match the questions here and provide a mark out of the number. So whether it's out of 10, out of 15, you'll be able to match your mark to each question. It's really important you don't miss marking any of these, because otherwise your judging will be invalid. And then before you finish, the last required item is to leave a comment in the comment box, which is of great value to entrants. We suggest something they did well and something constructive where you think they might be able to improve. This is one of the most invaluable things you can do for an entrant. Now, when you go back to your dashboard, something important that's really helpful is this judging status column to the right here, where it says in progress. That's the one I just went in, so I can see I've started but I haven't completed. And the ones I haven't gone in say to be scored. So you know if it says in progress or to be scored, you've either not gone in at all or you've missed something. So that will alert you to go back in to complete. You'll know if it's completed because then it'll say so here. So that's a really good surefire way to check through at the end to know that you've completed everything. And if you change your mind after seeing all the entries in a category, you can go back and redo your marks just by going back in to that particular entry and scrolling down to where all these marks are. And that's the main things you need to know. Anything else, please reach out on the WhatsApp group. That's going to be the quickest, or you can always email us if you're not able to access us on WhatsApp. Thank you again for judging, and all the best.